150 big blinds deep, we have pocket aces, which is great. Squeeze spot here, so we'll size up a little bit, hoping for one of the players to continue, but generally expect small blind to mainly fold, but not this time. Obviously we're going broke at this SPR. He can have 8s, he can have 7s, he can have some queen X. Question is just what's the best way to get the money in? I think I want to start with a small size. If he has a hand like king 10, king jack, I want him to float, potentially improve, maybe check raise sometimes, and get it in against the queen. He seems to be a tank call. 10-9 obviously gets there now. Again, a lot of pair plus draws. I don't see too many bluffs on the river, so I'd rather just continue betting. I think jamming turn is okay, but against a hand like 9-8, Jack 10, I want those hands to continue. So we'll just kind of put the money in with this bet. Maybe just jams it in with the queen, but still not going too small. I don't want him to get that free of a river with pair plus draw type of hand. And hopefully now he's committed and is not folding, even if he's like Jack 10. Maybe even flicks it in with 9-8. I would be very surprised if he has a better hand here. Maybe pocket queens, maybe pocket jacks makes sense to slow play. But I think mainly he's going to just jam it in on a turn. So let's tank a bit and go all in. In the meantime, we see that here he does just have just as fold on river. So I guess like a pair plus draw. But we definitely take it. So you can see definitely good action here on this side as well. If you play higher than 50 or if you play higher than 100 NL, action gets a little bit less and there's not that many tables. But for people playing lower stakes, I think these sides, as I said, the rake, we can actually put a screenshot up for you guys right now. I think apart from PokerStars, it's probably one of the sites with the lowest rake for, I would need to check, like 25, 50 and 10 NL, I believe. Plus you have 30% rake back and a deposit bonus. It's quite easy, right? Like just with crypto, everything here. And then it's also, I think, a lot of countries have the option to play there compared to like other poker sites that have a bit more stricter regulations. And yeah, they've been doing this event recently where they're I think they're doing a rake-free game for the really high stakes for everybody to watch and rail, where they need to show their hand. So they're doing a lot of great things for poker. So definitely an interesting site to check out. And again, I think the kind of anti-factor adds something new to the game and rewards those who study and pay a bit more attention, think a bit more about the ranges. So yeah, I think definitely a great alternative if you're maybe a bit sick of the same old grind, same 6-max, same ranges, etc., and you want to try out something new. Definitely worth giving it a shot. And let's see if we can get some more interesting hands. There was a lot of action. I almost couldn't keep up talking at the beginning. Now obviously it's a bit cools down. It's 7-max, so not 6-max. But because of the ante, you play more hands. So I would actually say you probably have a higher VP and PFR here than in a 6-max game. There's also no HUDs allowed, which I also think is a great thing. Really just pure kind of playing experience. I think they even have bad beat jackpot here. Just saw it now. Not really sure how that works. Ace 5 actually from the hijack. I think with these ranges you would start to open that not just on a cutoff but already in the hijack. It's kind of maybe a good trick. You kind of open from the hijack the range that you would normally open from the cutoff, and always like one position earlier. And then the same when you defend from the big blind, you are kind of defending one range wider or one position wider than you'd normally do at 6 max. At least that's kind of how I'm trying to remember it. Obviously that's not 100% accurate, but I doubt many people will play 100% accurate yet, and it's a quick way to kind of remind yourself to play a little bit wider. Right? Just think like if somebody opens 2.5x but there's half a big blind in the middle, they're essentially they're opening for min sizing for the prices you're getting. So yeah, just don't be a nit. That's the best advice you can kind of get playing on this side. Also blindy blind, you have to defend a lot wider and three bet a lot more. Creates quite a fun dynamic. I think it's like up more than 25% that you have to three bet, which is a lot of hands. So yeah, you have to get involved a lot. For me personally, that's a great thing. That's one of the things that annoys me most about poker. People playing too nitty. At least pre-flop. Here we'll just check back against the limp. Here you see a jam, 50 big blinds. King Jack here against the with the recreational involved. Min open again. Squeezing is probably a bit too much, but we just talked about not being too nitty. So let's get involved. 9-8 with the gut shot, obviously not folding. We turn an open ender now where the flush draw completes. But yeah, against pot size, I think we just have to fold. Like he's just going to bluff us on the river, even if he has a bluff, right? We're probably not getting the chance often enough to bluff on a river. If his range is a bit too polar and has either a flush or a hand with one club in it, that's just a very natural bluff to keep firing on the river. Definitely opening my ace-5 offsuit from the cutoff here. We take it down. Ace-queen offsuit, opening up from what is under the gun. Or hijack, I guess this guy's sitting out. We get 3-bet to 9 big blinds. Could go for cold 4-bet here. I think previously this guy went to 8 big blinds though. Interesting now with the recreational, what we want to do. Get 4-bet, kind of call it off against the recreational. Don't hate that. I think we're doing okay against his range. And obviously taking it down would be great. It could be that his 3-betting range is a bit too strong. I'm not sure if this guy went to 8 big blinds before, now sized up to 9, which could be a bit of a tell. So probably folding is also a decent option. Yeah, not too big of a fan of calling here, multi-way out of position with ace-queen O. I'm not 100% sure. If it was the same guy and he went to 9 big blinds, then we should have definitely just folded. But I think this guy is playing quite wide and getting it in with that money. We should be doing fine with ace-queen O. Opening up the ace-king suited now. Same player gets involved. He's still gonna have a really, really wide range. Obviously it kind of 10s and 9s. A lot of pairs on this board. Still don't mind c-betting. Can put some pressure on under pairs. We're still getting caught by the gut shots, which we are kind of dominating, like the king jacks and so on. And queen jack now gets there. This guy has been leading out before, so I would assume if he makes a strong hand on such a wet turn that he's gonna lead out. He does tank. Not the greatest form of my hand, right? If he has 9-8, he's probably just always checking. So now he's thinking about it. But I think I still want to bet. I think on a brick run out, I just want to play 4 stacks against this guy, or at least go for more value. Hoping obviously to just see a call. Don't want to see a raise here. He just folds, which is okay. But yeah, against a recreational double flush draw board, right, pair plus draws, could even think about sizing up more. But I just want to make sure that he's stronger hands raise on the turn, that I can have a comfortable value bet on the river. If it folded to me, queen 8, you could even consider opening. Now to get it in jacks against ace queen, we're obviously hoping for the jacks to hold, but it doesn't look good. But he rebuys, which is great. Let's play a couple more hands and sit out. With the ace queen, we're definitely going to 3-bet. And even squeeze. Again, we're a bit deeper, so let's size even up to 16 big blinds. And against the limp, I'm still going to ISO, even though this is super, super wide now, but having absolute position might still just be okay. Hijack here deep in the tank against the 4-bet, we have an easy fold. Yeah, I had to join some waiting list, but now we have 4 tables, so we don't need it anymore. And just take it down with the ace queen. This guy also seems is the recreational, which we're gonna ISO now. Same logic here as with a7 before. I want his ace highs to continue, so I go for a small sizing, but I still want some protection from random overcards like 10-9 off. Turn, I'm going now to check back, and then with the plan of calling rivers on most runouts, hoping to win against like a queen jack, king queen, etc. And the king 10. He could check back, but I think small value bet is fine. He block bets, an 8 would go larger. Could have a hand like 9-7 here, but too many bluffs for this price, so we're definitely pressing call. And this time he does have 10-9, kind of hand that we wanted to fold out on the flop with our bet, but didn't work against this guy. But if he floats hands like this one, he's also going to have jack 10 and queen 10 that can bluff. King 10, I'm just going to check back without picking up any equity, and then maybe sometimes even winning at showdown. If it goes check, to bluff catch, it's a bit risky multi-way. Does tank though for a while. If he's a value bet, he might go bet a bit quicker. And I think we can just take our showdown value. I'm not sure if I get him to fold a 4, betting on this river. And we lose to ace 3. And yeah, let me see that next big blind. I just wanted to do a quick video kind of playing a bit on CoinPoker, showing the ante-tables and mixing up the content a little bit. Let me know what you think, if you prefer just the rush and cash videos on GG, or if you're also playing on Coin. If you like the site, what you think about it, and if you prefer the rec tables over the rush and cash tables. Here you could also polarize, but against recreationals I like to keep the strategy simple and go for small bets, and rather size up if I either have a strong hand or a strong draw and not just backdoor draws, and just make my big bet range a bit stronger and make my small bet range a bit weaker, because I don't think they will really exploit me for the fact that my range is a bit more face up. Okay, it's sitting out everywhere. Folding the ace 5. And we'll 3-bet. Cold call here from the big blind. So you can see a lot of recreationals also on this side, especially the lower limits. So that's definitely an important factor. Obviously not as much traffic as other sites, but there are plenty of recreationals, which is quite important. And they're obviously losing at a higher rate, given that there's an ante out there as well. I see half pot c-bet here, makes a lot of sense. We get a call. I guess this guy has a lot of pocket pairs. This guy has all the better over pairs. And then both players can have a lot of broadways, although Big Blind is probably going to fold them mainly, while in position still has a lot of them, so it needs to be quite careful on his turn to not kind of bluff them too much. They're also somewhat deep. So how happy are you here with jacks and queens stacking off? Probably not that happy anymore. See a half pot sizing and takes it down. Interesting. I think his value hands want to bet bigger, but I kind of understand his sizing as well. Let's see. Just the guys playing from their phones, usually a sign that they're recreationals. Let's play those last couple of hands. We're in the button now with 8-5 off, unfortunately just a fold. Yeah, if you guys are interested in this kind of format, I can also do a video or maybe stream kind of looking a bit deeper into the ranges, looking at differences between 6-max and the ante-tables, and maybe we can do a little study stream or something like that together, or just review some hands, talk about how the pre-flop ranges affect the post-flop game, although it's not like it changes too much for the most parts, depending a bit on the spot. We had King Jack offsuit, maybe our last hand, going to open and then probably just fold against the 3-bet, unless I expect some of these guys to be really aggressive, which I don't really have any reads on. And yeah, took a while to 3-bet, but I think we're still just folding. Give him credit there. Sitting out in the lower 2 tables, and let's wait for one more hand, otherwise we'll call it a video. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye, guys.